Hey everyone, it's Rylan with Rylan's Amazing Photography, and it is absolutely pouring snow outside. There's probably already around 2 to 3 inches that have accumulated, and it can be anywhere from about 4 to 8 is what is expected. And right now I'm leaning more towards we're probably going to have about 8 inches because it's absolutely pouring, and it's a very wet and very compact snow. Road conditions right now are terrible, but I'll tell you what's good. Conditions for photography. I've got my Nikon D500 and 200 to 500 millimeter set up right back here, right outside of the window, and there's a perfect position. I'm waiting for birds. That's probably the most likely thing I'm going to see today in the snow. It's also possible I could see a deer, a fox, a coyote, maybe even a turkey. You never honestly know what you're going to see. But chances are I'm probably at least going to see some birds. At least that's what I'm really hoping for. I'm honestly hoping for birds more than anything, because that's my favorite thing to photograph in the snow. So I'm just going to kind of be quiet, kind of just enjoy the snow falling. It's absolutely dead silent out here. Snow makes everything just so much quieter because it just kind of absorbs the sound. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what I'm going to see, and hopefully I'm going to have some luck. So just sit back and enjoy the show. After a very long 30 minutes, there's finally a bird out here. It's a dark-eyed junco. Oftentimes they're referred to as snowbirds, and so I guess that would be why it's out right now. It's actually in the bird feeder, and I did take a shot of it, but I like to photograph birds when they're not in a feeder, when they're actually on a branch. So I'm hoping he actually gets out of the feeder in a few seconds and lands on some sort of branch, or even goes down to the ground, because it's just not making for great shots when he's in the feeder. So just gonna kind of wait and see how this goes. Hopefully some more birds are gonna start to come in since the junco is here, but there's no promises of that, but I would say the chances are fairly high since there's a bird here now. I just gotta kind of wait and see how everything else plays out. So you're probably wondering, what's going on? This isn't a blind, and no, it's not. It is actually the next day. It's still flurrying snow a little bit. I'm not sure how much you all can tell on camera, but yesterday I had no luck at the blind. All I saw was that dark-eyed junco, and it ended up flying off, and it didn't let me get any sort of shot, and it got to the point where it was just too cold for me to be in there, and it was still pouring snow and such, and so I made the decision to go home because I wasn't having any luck, and it was just freezing cold. Not a fun situation. Yesterday evening I went out for a bit and looked for some animals and stuff as well. I didn't have any luck then either. Well, I actually did see some. I saw like a cardinal. Didn't get a good shot or anything. I don't think I even tried to get a shot. It was so far away. But I'm feeling much more hopeful today. So potentially I'll see something today. Now that it is the next day, I believe we have anywhere from 8 to 10 inches of snow. And then of course right now it's still flurrying, but it's not, I mean, it will accumulate, I guess, but it's not going to amount to anything. I'm hoping for some birds. At this point I'm kind of hoping for anything because I've not really had a lot of luck. But nonetheless, it's pretty scenery, so I guess we'll see or not see what I'm gonna find. So yeah, let's keep going and doing this thing. So although I've actually ran across a fair share of birds while I've been out here, they're all very skittish and I can't get close to any of them to get a shot, which is unfortunate, but I get it, because they can see me coming from a mile away, although I'm in camo, which is better than having on like a bright red or something. They can still see me because obviously everything is white. Guess I blend in better than I would, like I said, in bright red, bright blue. But still, they can spot me pretty far away, and I guess they're probably extra skittish. Where it's cold out, I'm sure all of the predators, foxes, coyotes, all that stuff is very hungry. And so they're probably trying to get everything they can to eat, including birds. So, yeah, I guess they're a little bit skittish. So here's my plan. I don't think I mentioned this, but it's quite literally 15 degrees outside. The wind chill is probably in the single digits because the wind is blowing. It's extraordinarily cold. And so with that being said, there's no point in me being out here walking around if I'm not going to be able to get close to any sort of subjects to photograph. It's unfortunate, but it's the harsh reality. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back to my house, warm up a bit, probably grab some lunch because it's getting close to lunchtime. I think it's around 11:30, 12ish. And so with that being said, I'm going to do that. Going to kind of take it easy a few minutes, maybe get a TikTok or an Instagram reel or something up for people to watch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the blind again for the second day in a row. I think I mentioned this, but I can't remember. I did spread birdseed and corn yesterday for birds. When it snows, I like to do that because obviously it's much harder for them to find food. So I like to do that, one, to help them. I make sure I don't do it enough that they rely on that as a food source, but when it does snow, it does help them, and they're not relying on it as a food source any other time of the year. So I like to do that, and it kind of brings them in. Yesterday it didn't work, and I think that's because they didn't really know it was there and it was still pouring snow. Today they're probably aware there's birdseed, there's corn, and they're probably back by the blind. So I'm going to go and try that out for a second day in a row. Is it going to work? Who knows? I really hope it does because I need some content for you all. But nonetheless, we're out here. I'm doing it. It's pretty out, and I guess that matters too. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you all in the blind very shortly. I'll probably do some interesting sequence, like little transitions of snow, B-roll, all that fun stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's go to me in the blind. I'm finally having the luck that I had hoped for. There's so many birds back here. Dark-eyed junco, tufted titmice. There's a goldfinch. There's a lot of birds back here. So I was right. Now that they know that the birdseed and the corn and such is back here, they're all over the place. I walked right up. They were a little skittish, but not that bad. I came in the blind, I made a little bit of noise, and they're not the least bit scared. So it's perfect. I'm already getting some good shots. Whew, I'm so excited. I haven't even put up all the windows yet. I need to do that just in case something else comes out. But I'm pumped, if you can't tell. Finally having some luck. And it's still kind of snowing, so I'm getting some like snow and stuff in the photos as well, like falling down. Okay. I gotta concentrate, so I'll be doing this for, I don't know, quite a while. It is absolutely wild out here right now. There are so many different species of birds. And there's just so many things that I'm trying to keep in mind. I gotta get content for YouTube, for you guys. I gotta get content for Instagram. I gotta get content for TikTok. And all at the same time, I gotta make sure that I get good photos. I apologize. Really good close-up shot of a cardinal. It's a lot of work to try to balance all of that at once. So as exciting as it is, it's very chaotic to try to keep up. Don't get me wrong, I'm having a blast out here, but I just got to make sure that I'm managing my time properly, and that's exceptionally difficult when my main focus of being here is to get photos and get a good YouTube video, but I also got to keep in mind I need content for other social media platforms as well. Not to mention, it would be great if I could get some photos here today for a 2023 calendar or prints to add to my store. So there's a lot of work that goes into this. So if you guys do appreciate all the work that I'm putting in right now, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment and tell me you appreciate it, because it's not easy. I'm going to shift my focus once again to primarily photographing and videoing these beautiful birds and animals rather than talking to you all. So enjoy some of these photos and some of the footage that's about to be on your screens. There are just so many birds out here. It's crazy. I saw cardinals, tufted titmice, fox sparrows. I saw a Carolina wren, dark-eyed juncos, white-breasted nuthatches, goldfinches. There's so many different birds, different species. It's crazy. I've captured a lot of video footage. I've taken a lot of photos, and there's definitely going to be some really good ones in there, and there's going to be some good ones in there. Good, really good, and of course there's going to be some that will never make the cut, because it takes me a long time to go through all my photos and edit them, and then same for the video footage. So nonetheless, I'm making progress. It's going pretty well. I'm getting some pretty good shots. Like I said, as of right now, it's just birds. There's not any squirrels or any deer or anything. I do have hopes for a deer. I don't know 110% if that'll happen, but I think it's likely, because when it's cold like this and there's a lot of snow, a lot of nocturnal animals move around more during the day. So I just gotta remember, it's easy to focus on the birds, but it's important to shift my focus and continue to be aware of my surroundings in case something like a deer does come out. So once again, I'm gonna kind of get back to photographing some of these beautiful birds. I just wanted to give you all a little bit of an update on what's going on. It's going pretty well, so hopefully that pattern continues and I keep having luck. But sooner or later we're gonna find out. So let's get back to it. So, even though I'm having a lot of luck and there's still a lot of birds out, I am going to have to go ahead and head home. I can barely feel my fingers. They're absolutely freezing. My feet are absolutely freezing as well, and I am dressed extremely warm. So it's just because I've been out here for so long. I saw a lot of beautiful birds today. It's possible that some of these will be added to my print store. If so, I will put that on your screens and down below in the description. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. You can find all of that down below in the description and in the pinned comment in the comment section as well. If you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Leave a like, share this video with a friend, and most importantly, be sure to comment and tell me that you enjoyed it. It does help me when you do that. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have an amazing day.